Alrighty. Could have sworn I did a stream yesterday, but I guess I didn't. But I definitely looked at what the market was doing and came across things that I didn't realize I should have been looking for, but they were there the entire time, kind of giving a hint as to what was going to happen. So we have a it's kind of ugly on the 1 hour, but on the 4 hour, does it look a little bit better? A little bit better. It's not as clear. It's not as clear here, but we have a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern forming here. You know, the bottom of the shoulders being right here, which for me was unclear to me whether it was gonna uh, whether the support area, this right here, this 250 area was gonna hold. I played a couple of longs for it to actually hold up. I did not like them. I think even as I was putting them on, I was like, "Ooh, I don't know about this," because you know, it didn't look like the odds were there, and I didn't know where that instinct was coming from. But you know, there's the evidence of it is the head and shoulders pattern. Um, so then, what was I looking at as well? Okay, so when that order got hit, where is it? It's around here. I saw continuation, but I can't remember where. Was it not on the 30 minute? I could have sworn it was on the 30 minute. Oh, yeah, right here. I don't know why I'm so blind today. Okay. No, wait, that doesn't make sense. Why does it look different? Huh. Okay. It's not there. It's not there. What I was looking for that I can't seem to find now, which is strange. It's as if it's very strange. Um, anyway, what I thought I saw before, which I'm not able to see now, is the fact that you have hidden bearish divergence. Um, I don't know where I thought I saw it. I think maybe the RSI is maybe playing tricks on me or something. I don't know, but that's usually when you have a higher momentum, a higher high in momentum, but a lower high in price. So that means the increase in momentum wasn't able to increase the high in price. So if when that happens, usually it means that like the momentum, the strength is about to give and it's about to collapse. So that I thought I saw that somewhere here. That's so weird that I don't see it anymore. Okay, whatever. So what do I do now? I was considering taking a shot at the 33,000 um, to push it back up, just because of the strength of the major level. But there wasn't any other confluence. The RSI wasn't there to help me make that decision. Um, we're starting to perhaps see a little bit of divergence on the hourly here. Maybe if I zoom in a little bit, it'll be more obvious. Here we go. On the 30-minute, it's a lot more obvious. You can see that there's momentum weakening, or the downward momentum weakening. So the price made a lower low, but the momentum made a higher low. Same thing here, I think. 26. Yeah, somewhere around here. 26.8. 26.6. So technically this one wasn't. But this one is, we're in the middle of forming it. So this strong collapse downwards isn't happening because momentum is weakening. So I am very interested in perhaps taking a buy stop order if this can break up. So I have an alert set at the 33,000 pretty much. Around there, 2 points off, but just around there. Just to revisit and look at what's happening here. Because if this is very strong, I might, like, if I'm forced to act on this right now without any other evidence, that would be called forcing a trade. Wouldn't be a good thing. However, if I had to do something about it, I would probably try to take it from the 750. How good does the 750 look to me right now? Let's see. We haven't been to the 750 area in a minute. Jeez. Month, 6 months. So if you look at it from a larger picture, we've been stuck inside of this range for a while. This May range, established in the beginning of May and at the bottom of the market when it's May 4th, first week of May. And we've just been playing around inside of the range over the first week of May. We haven't hit 750 since March. And if this collapses, let's look at it in an even bigger picture. On a daily, the momentum is starting to peak below 40 again, which we haven't seen since March. So it's possible. There's plenty of room for this to run down from 33 to 32,000. There's plenty of room. There isn't really much traffic that's going to push it back up. Of course, there's anything can happen and anything can push it back up. We don't know. But the idea here is that, we're at levels that we haven't been at for a while. So how much, if I'm going to play this support breaking, how much runway do I have to set my take profit? And I think there's we can easily go for 1,000-point move here, assuming that we want to commit to it. Now that's the part that I'm not sure about, because on the hourly again, we get this divergence. On the bigger picture, we don't really see any divergence. It's kind of pretty clear the direction it wants to go. It's just about the entry point. So I'm probably looking at, if I'm forced to put down a long, I would risk it at the 750. Maybe the 675, maybe this area right here. But then that is not a nice looking area. 750 would be right here. could be playing this one. But I think that would be forcing a trade. So I would probably just put the alert there just so I know where I'm at now. I know what quarter I'm playing. I'm playing the major level to the 750. That's what I'm playing right now, and that's kind of all I really need to concern myself with. So I know that neither area is good enough right now. I don't have enough evidence printed with the candlesticks and the RSI to place a trade on either one, really. To place a limit order on either one. However, I think I would take a shot at this right here. Not at that level per se, but because I have other confluence, I can take just the 75, this zone right here. It's slightly aggressive because it the leg out it needed help, right? It was a series of legs out. It wasn't the beginning of the move. The beginning of the move, we were here, so that kind of weakens it. But it is the area that led to this area breaking and this area breaking. So to me, that's kind of a wash, and it's worth because it's not even a backup order. That's my main order. It's worth it. It's worth having something out there. Oops. 32. 8. 2825. Okay, there we go. So this is the order that I'm placing. I'm aiming for this area right here to hold up. If I have to place a long, it would be at the 750, but I have less evidence for that than I do for this one. At least this one I had a zone. 750, I don't really have a zone, do I? I can go back on the hourly. Do I have something around the 750? It's not the worst. This area is not the worst. It's not great. This is okay. So if anything, if I'm going to go with the zones and be consistent, I would have to front run the 825. This right here to hold up. Or maybe this tiny little thing right here to hold up. Pretty aggressive. Pretty aggressive. Not ready to quite do that because it doesn't. I don't think there's enough evidence. If I what I really mean by that is if I was gonna try and make that work, I would just put it on the 750 because that would be the backup order to that, basically, right? The 750. So, whenever I have to rationalize the entry for a trade that much, it's kind of not the best way to. That's how I ruin my my win percentage usually. So I'll look for a little bit more evidence before placing a long, but yeah, this was just to make up for whatever we missed out on yesterday. This very clear downtrend that I couldn't get picked up on. I would have had to been extremely aggressive to get into any of it. So break below the 250, just go for it. And that's not that hasn't been the way that I've traded. Because even with this candle, I remember seeing this candle, there's just a lot of wicks in both directions. And it wasn't clear to me that this was going to be a downtrend until this part broke. when this broke, it was already too late for me to get picked up on the 750 or the 250 once this pattern already was established. Now, once but that could have been the indicator, the green light to start chasing the price down. To start chasing from, I guess, all the way down from this latest pullback at the there isn't really a good quarter entry here though. This is just a tough loss, or tough. It's not a loss because I never got in. It's a tough like miss out. It was good. It looks so good from in hindsight, but when you only look at it like this, it was very easy to be like, I'm not sure. You're still inside the range. Is this support area gonna hold? It looks like these two candles right here, the kangaroo tail candle plus the bullish engulfing. No, I mean, maybe not engulfing, but the bullish blue candle above it, out right after it. I thought that maybe this was a sign. Oh, here it is. Here, this is, so I see, I knew I saw it. So it's not the best. Here's the divergence. Or actually, it's kind of weird because it did make a, so from, you can see the momentum made a new high up here, but the price didn't. And it's in a weak area. It's very hard to see. So I'm pretty sure on a 30-minute it actually does qualify. On the hourly it does not qualify. I think it was right here where I saw the momentum shake, and it couldn't break. It occurred like there was a glass ceiling up here. It couldn't break it. You have a doji candle followed by three red candles. That in and of itself is a pattern. I don't really use it that much, but I know that it's uncertainty candle, doji candle, hammer or kangaroo, whichever one of these followed by three red or three green is usually an indication of reversal. And I didn't really remember that. It's nice to see that stuff in hindsight when it doesn't matter anymore, but good just to practice, I guess. So there were signs. It's just I didn't see them. I wasn't looking for them, so I didn't see them. Trying to play this area again, it just never came back up. The price went down without much of a pullback at all. It's almost as if it's going straight down right now. The past couple of days. So the only signs of reversal that we're seeing. The only time maybe that I could have done something about this when it's dropping this quickly is to start trading more. That's the only answer to that. So drop down to a lower time frame, be more active. But I didn't want to do that because that's outside of like my trading parameters. Like the whole point is to trade less. And I know that the edge works enough for me to keep this up, but I just have to be slightly better about my accuracy. I can get the accuracy up, or the adjustment I need to make is bigger targets, and see if I can maintain the same win percentage. But the answer isn't. I'm pretty convinced at this point. The answer is not to trade more. That's an adjustment I do not need to make. I don't think. The adjustment I need to make is in tightening up the entries or loosening up to take profits. So I'll look to do that, but still my bread and butter is going to be the 250s. I'll only look to do that when the opportunity presents itself. Like the closest thing that we'll see to that is if I see price come back up near at least this area is not that bad. This drop, base drop is not terrible. So I'll put an alert by the 925. If I see price come up here and flirt with the 33,000, and I see some weak weak momentum. For example, if I see hidden bearish, in other words, the RSI makes a new high, it breaks above this previous high, which is 46, 46 and a half. So it goes up to all the way up to 50 something, but the price doesn't go up beyond where was it before. Um, well, no, we should have a more consistent peak. So a peak around around here. This is a peak on the RSI. So if the RSI goes above 38, 39, let's say, but the price is still all the way down here, then to me that's a sign for continuation. Not I don't see that as often as like these other ones because that kind of directly goes against this hidden bullish divergence. So, which one are you going to go with? You're getting mixed messages, so it's not as good of a signal. But the momentum is still downwards. The trend, I mean, is still downwards. The momentum is below 40, so there's more evidence for uh, of a bearish bias than trying to do counter trend and push this market back up. There's also fundamental reasons why we should be concerned, but that's not always the best way to trade is to rely on the news. So I'm going to go by what I see here and take the action once my alerts are hit.